What is going on, guys? In this video we are going to learn how to integrate Firebase authentication in our application. We'll create login page, we'll create signup page, and then we'll integrate the Firebase authentication so that we can do a seamless authentication in our application. We'll also learn about how we can navigate from one screen to another screen. We'll learn a lot of things from this single video. So let's get started with new Android Studio project. So click on new project. Select empty activity, that is Jetpack compose activity, click on next. Give the application name, let's give Firebase Auth demo app. Minimum SDK, let it be Android 8.0. Build configuration language, let it be recommended one. Click on finish. So till our project loads, let's understand the architecture. So here I will give the name Firebase Auth demo app and let's select canvas. Now for this application we will have three screens. So first screen will be, let's say, sign up page so that user can create the account with the Firebase. Second screen will be home page and third page will be login page. So if user has already created the account, they can use the login. So in our application there will be these three pages. So what we will do, whenever our app launches, let's say app launch, from here it will first go to login page. Then we'll check for something, either user has already logged in or not. So how we can check? We'll create a view model that we will call as auth view model so that we can use it for all three pages. So here we will put auth view model. Now in this auth view model we will create some methods. Let's say first method will be check auth status. You can give any name. So it will check either we are already logged in or not. If we are already logged in, then it will return something. So first method will be check auth status. So what login page will do, it will first initialize this view model so that we can check the status if it is logged in. If it is logged in, then directly it will go to home page. So here we can say if we are authenticated, that means we are already logged in, then it will go to home page. If we are not logged in, then what we will do, we will call another method here that will be login. So here we'll provide email and password so that we can log in. So from here we'll call login method, and then from here we'll get some response. Either it can be success or failure. So we can write success or failure. Here if we get the success, it will be authenticated and it will go to home page. If we get failure, we can show some message. So we can say failure with message. So how we'll get this success and failure? From auth view model, we'll call the functions of Firebase. We'll add library for the Firebase, that will be Firebase Authentication, that will handle everything. So here we will have the library code that will be Firebase Auth. So from here it will automatically call the Firebase functions. So we don't have to worry about anything. This will call the Firebase function and it will return the data from Firebase. From view model, we have to call the library code. So here we will call, let's say, sign up or login, and it will simply return success or failure. That's it. So this is the task of view model. So from login, we do login, it will go to Firebase auth. If it is success, then it will send success to login page. We'll navigate to home page. If it is failure, we'll show the message in the login page itself. So this is how login flow works. Now in login page, we'll create a button which will say if you have not created account yet, you can sign up. So we'll go to sign up page from the login page. Now from sign up page also, same thing we will do. We'll call the method of auth view model that will create over here, sign up with email and password. So it will call sign up, and from here we'll get the response. That can be success or failure with message. Same thing. So whenever we are authenticated from sign up page, we'll go to home page again. Authenticated. If it is failure, it will show the message. Now we are completed with the login flow. We go to login page, check the authentication status. If it is already logged in, then we'll go to home page directly. If it is not logged in, user can log in or user can sign up. So if it is authenticated from both sides, it will come to home page. Now we have to add the logout button also. So here what we will do, in view model, we'll create another method that will be sign out. It will be simply sign out, and from home page we'll call that sign out method. So here sign out. So whenever we did the sign out, that means we are unauthenticated, then again it will go to login page. Let's move it here. So if unauthenticated, it will go again to login page. So in this way our complete application will work. We don't have to worry about these things. These things will be handled by library. We just have to call from our auth view model. That's it. So now let's start implementing it in the code. Let's get back to the Android Studio project. Our project is created. Let's run the application and see either it is created correctly or not. So as you can see, we have this hello Android, that means it is created correctly. So let's get back to the project and say hello to this hello world, and let's delete this. Let's delete this greeting as well. So here we will add our own composable. So first thing what we will do, we will create the navigation. So what we will do, let's go to our package. Here I will create new package, let's say pages, and inside pages I will create 3 files. That will be home page, and here I will create composable home page. I will create second page, that will be login page, file composable login page, and I will create third page, that will be sign up page. Now these will be our pages. Outside these pages I will create navigation, so I will call it as my app navigation so that we can correctly navigate. Let's create composable my app navigation. So here what we will do, we will create a navigation controller and we will call each pages. If you don't know how to create the navigation, you can watch the complete video in the channel that is about navigation. So here also we are doing the same thing. First we will create a nav controller, remember nav controller. So let's write remember nav controller. So we need to add the dependency. If you hover over here, let's add this dependency and import. It will take some time. So our dependency is added. Now we have to create a nav host composable. So nav host, what it will take nav controller, that is our nav controller, and instead of graph we will do start destination. So it will take a string, and then third parameter will be builder, will return composable here. Here is start destination. If you go to our diagram, here whenever app launches we should go to login page. So start destination let's create as login, and here we will create composable, route will be login. If it is login, then we'll return composable, that is our login page we have created. We'll pass the modifier from here, that's it. So in this way, if it is login, we'll go to login page. Now here we have to navigate from login page to home page as well, sign up page as well. So we require nav controller, so we can pass nav controller over here. Also we'll require view model. So let's create view model first. Let's call it as auth view model class, and it will extend from view model. For now we won't write anything. So here we will take from main activity, that will be auth view model, and also pass auth view model over here. That means in the login page we'll require 3 parameters. So second will be nav controller, third will be auth view model. Same way we will do for all 3. So home page also and sign up page also. Now if you go to my app navigation, error will be gone. So let's copy this and create other composable, that will be sign up, it will go to sign up page, and home page it will be home. That's it, our navigation is complete. At the launch of the app we will go to login page, and we can go to sign up and home page. From this nav controller we have passed to every page. Now we can go to main activity, and from here we can call that my app navigation, and auth view model will be, we have to create a view model over here, auth view model, let's say, which will be of type auth view model by view models. Now here we can pass auth view model. Also let's pass this modifier, equals to modifier dot padding will be inner padding. That's it. From main activity we'll go to my app navigation. From my app navigation we'll go to login page. So we need to design this login page. If you run the app now, there will be nothing because we have not written anything in login page. Now we'll start designing this. So let's keep it side by side. So here I will put it. Now first thing I will do, I will create a column and give the modifier equals to modifier dot fill max size. Vertical arrangement will be arrangement dot center. Horizontal alignment will be alignment dot center horizontally, and here I will create first a text, let's say login page, and font size will be 32.sp. Let's import this. Let's give a spacer, modifier dot height about 16 dp. Import this dp as well, and below this I will create a text field. So outline text field, value and on value change. Let's create this for email. So I'll create variable email by remember mutable state of, I'll initialize it with empty, import. So here in value I'll pass email, on value change email equals to it. We can put it on separate line. And third thing I will pass is label, so that we can identify. So here text composable, that will be email. That's it. If you apply changes now, you can see we have login page and we have the email text field. So we can type here email also. I'll give a space over here as well. So after this outline text field about 8 dp, and create another outline text field. You can paste it. Let's call it as password. Let's create a variable for that as well here, password. Now here value will be password, and on value change password equals to it, label will be password. Now again spacer, let's give about 16 dp, and then below this we'll create a button text will be login. On click we'll do something. Right now let's put it empty, and let's give spacer again 8 dp. If you rerun, you can see we have email, password and login. Now I'll create a text button so that we can go to sign up page. So text button, on click we won't do anything. Text will be don't have an account. Here we can write sign up, and on click we'll do something. If you run it, you can see we have this button as well. So this is our login page. We can type the email, we can type the password, we can do login, and we can go to sign up page. So first thing what we will do, from here we have to move to sign up page. So here in text button, on click, what I will do, nav controller dot navigate, we can pass the route that is sign up. So whenever we click on this, we'll go to sign up page. If I click, I am in sign up page. It is empty because we have not written anything over there. So what I will do, I'll copy everything from this login page and paste it in sign up page as well. It will be similar design. Let's change everything from here. Email and password is required. Text will be sign up page. Email will be email, password will be password, and button will be, let's say, create account. Text button will be already have an account. If so, go to login page, and navigate will be from sign up to login page. If I run now, if I go to sign up page, it will be sign up page. If I go to login page, it will be login page. So in this way it will work. Now what we have to do, we have to implement the login and sign up. So how we can do that? If you see the diagram, in auth view model we have to create 4 methods, and then we have to call the Firebase. So let's connect our application to the Firebase first. So for that, what we can do, go to tools, Firebase. You can see a lot of options from authentication, and you can select any authentication system, let's say custom authentication, and connect to Firebase. So it will open in the browser. You can click on add project. So here you can see the name is automatically detected. You can click on continue. You can enable or disable this analytics, create project. So our project is ready. Click on continue, click on connect, send. So you can see your Android Studio project is connected. If you go back here, you can see in green it is connected. Now we have to add the authentication library. Click on it. It will add the library for Google service and authentication. So once it is done, you can close this, and you can go to the console.firebase, and you can open your application. We have to enable the authentication. Let's go to build, authentication, get started. Here you can see email and password. Click on this, enable it, and save it. So our email and password is enabled in the Firebase, and Firebase is connected. Now we can use the library code to create the account and do the login. So what we will do, we'll go to auth view model and create those methods. So what will be the methods? So to access the authentication, we require Firebase auth. So let's create a variable auth. It will be of type Firebase auth, and we'll get it from Firebase auth.getInstance. Now we'll create the auth state so that we can get to know either we are authenticated, either we are unauthenticated, or we have got the failure with message. So this thing we have to identify in the UI. So for that I will create a sealed class. So sealed class, let's say auth state. This is our own implementation. So here we'll create first object as authenticated, which will be of type auth state, so that we can get to know in which state we are. Second will be unauthenticated auth state. Third, we can say whenever we are doing login, it will take some time to load from Firebase. Whenever we click on login or sign up, it will take some time to do the login and sign up. So we can call it as loading state. It will be of type same auth state. And the last thing will be failure with message. So for that we have to pass message as well. So I will create a data class instead of object, which we'll call as error, and we will have message in it as string. So it will be of type same auth state. Now we have 4 type of state. Either we are authenticated, then we'll be in home page. If we are unauthenticated, we will be in login page. And if we have error, we'll show the message. That's it. So here I will create the variable for that. Private val auth state, which will be of type mutable live data, auth state generic. Now we have to expose it to UI. So this will be private. We'll add underscore on this, and exposing variable will be auth state without underscore, which will be of type live data of auth state, and it will return this auth state. Now we have created the variable. This we can use in the UI. So first thing what we will do, we'll create this method check auth status. So check auth status will check either we are logged in or not. So function check auth status. Here Firebase library we can use auth.current user. If there is current user, that means it is authenticated. If it is not there, that means it is unauthenticated. So if equals to null, we can say underscore auth state dot value equals to auth state dot, we can say this unauthenticated. If it is not null, then it is authenticated. So here we'll call this on init of the view model, that is check auth status. Every time when we launch the activity, it will check for this. That's it. One method is done. Now second method is login. So we'll create another method here. Let's minimize this. Function login. Here we'll create email string, password string. As I have said, from view model we'll call the methods of Firebase auth. So auth provide of some method. So auth dot sign in with email and password. You can see over here, you can pass email and password, and it will take some time to complete. So what we will do, we will add listener, that will be add on complete listener. So whenever it is completed, Firebase will provide us some task. So with this task we can check either it is success or not. So we can check if task dot is successful, that means we have logged in, else we have some error message. So before doing this login, what we will do, first we will set it to loading. So here auth state dot value equals to auth state dot loading. So whenever we do login, it will be first loading. Then whenever it will be success, we'll say auth state dot value equals to auth state dot authenticated. And if it is failed, we'll set auth state dot value equals to, we'll set this error, auth state dot error, and we have to provide the message. The message we'll get from this task itself. So task, if we have exception dot exception, and from that we can get message. So it can be null. So message, if it is null, we'll provide a generic message that will be something went wrong. In this way, whenever we click on login button, we'll call this method, it will set it to loading, and then it will try to sign in. If it is successful, it will say authenticated. If it is failed, it will show the message. Before calling this method, what we can do, we can check if email is empty or if password dot is empty. If it is empty, we should not go to this. So what we can do here, you can copy this error message, paste it over here, delete this, and write here email or password can't be empty, so that we will not get the exception and we will directly return from here. If these values are empty, we don't have to do login. So in this way our login function is also completed. So here we can do it is completed. Now we'll create sign up method. Same thing we have to do. Let's copy this everything, paste it below. Let's call it as sign up, and if it is empty, we will show the empty. Loading will be loading. And auth method, this sign in with email and password, what we will do, we have another method, create user with email and password. You can see over here, create user with email and password. In sign up, we have to call this method. If it is successful, it will show authenticated. If it is error, it will show the message. That's it. In this way, we have created this sign up method as well. Now we have to create the sign out. So here what we will do, function sign out. We don't have to pass anything. We have to do auth dot sign out. Firebase provide the method, and we will set auth state dot value as auth state dot unauthenticated again, so that we can go to login page. So whenever we are logged out, it will be unauthenticated. So these four state we'll use in the UI, so that whenever it is changed in the view model, the UI will be changed. In this way it will work. Now let's go to sign up page and call this sign up method, because before login we have to create the account. So what I will do, I will close everything from here, go to sign up page. Here we have the access of view model. Let's open auth view model as well. We have to get this auth state. So here we have to get the auth state. So for that, I'll create a value auth state equals to auth view model dot auth state dot observe as state, so that it will be reflected immediately. If you hover over here, you can see we have to add dependency for this live data. Let's import it. Now we can observe this auth state. If it is changed, it will reflect in the UI. Now what we can do, on click of this create account button, or if you go over here, on click of this create account button, we can pass email and password to the view model. So here what I will do, auth view model dot sign up, and I can pass email and password. That's it. Now it should work. Now we have called the sign up. Let's run the application and see either it is working or not. So if I go to don't have an account and create account, let's say test1@gmail.com, and password will be 123456. Let's create account, Firebase console, and click on users over here in authentication. We can see the account is created. That means create account is working. Now what we have to do, whenever we have completed the create account, we have to go to home page. So for that, what we can do, we can use this auth state, and here we'll use composable, that is launch defect. with the value authState.value. So when authState.value will switch when it is authState.authenticated. If we are authenticated from this nav controller, we'll go to home page. So nav controller.navigate, we'll go to home page. Second condition can be if it is authState.error, will show the message. So toast.makeText will need context. So here value context equals to local context.current. Context will show the message from authState.value.message, and toast.length will be short and show. So here if you hover, it will ask to cast it to error. If it is error, you can do it, and in else condition we can just return nothing, that is unit. So in this way, if we are authenticated, we'll go to home page. If you run it now, if you go to sign up page, see we are in the home page. That means we are already authenticated, we are already logged in, and we are in the home page. So let's design the home page so that we can see here sign out button as well. So let's go to home page now. So in the home page we have to do same thing. So first we will require authState equals to authViewModel.authState.observeAsState. Now we'll send launched effect here authState.value here when authState.value. If it is authState.unauthenticated, we'll navigate to login page as we have done over here. If we are in home page and we are unauthenticated, we'll go to login page, else we don't have to do anything. So unit. Now here we'll create composable. Let's say column, same thing, modifier equals to modifier.fillMaxSize, vertical arrangement.center, horizontal alignment.center. Now here I will create simple text that will be home page, font size will be 32 sp, and simply I will create a text button that will be text sign out. And whenever we click on this, we'll call the method of viewModel authViewModel.signout. On sign out will be unauthenticated, then we'll go to login page. If I run now, in login page we have not implemented anything, that's why we are here. If we click on sign up page, we'll go to home page because we are authenticated. Now let's click on sign out. If I click on sign out, then we are in login page. That means we are now unauthenticated. If I run again, it is always go to login page. Now let's implement same thing in login page. Let's go to login page. Here what we will do, first we'll create the launched effect like we have created in sign up page. I'll copy this, paste it over here, create the variable for authState and context. Now if it is authenticated, it will go to home page. If it has error, it will show the error. That's it. It is correct. Now on click of the login button, authViewModel.login will pass email and password. Now it will be the complete flow. If I run now, you can see we are in login page. Let's log in with the ID we have created just now. Password is 6x1. Now if I click on login, you can see we are in the home page. That means we are authenticated and we are in the home page. If I run again, it is always go to home page. If I click on sign out, we are in the login page. We can create the account. If you pass the wrong login, let's say test2@gmail.com and anything password, if you click on login, the message will be displayed that it is incorrect. That means it is working. So one more thing what we can do, we are setting the authState to loading. So whenever we click on login button, let's say it should be disabled when it is loading. That means what we can do in this button, we have this enabled over here. After this on click, what we can do, we can set enabled. We can pass here boolean. So what we can do, we can check authState.value equals to authState.loading. We should do is not equal to. If it is not equal to loading, then it is enabled. If it is loading, then it will be disabled. If I run now, you can see if I do test, you can see it is disabled for some time and it is enabled again. Same thing we can do it in sign up page as well. Here, if you go to sign up, let's create another account, test2@gmail.com. Password, create account, it will disabled. And once we have created the account, then we are in home page. If you go and reload over here, you can see we have two accounts. Click on sign out. Let's try to create account with the same user that we have created earlier. If you create account, you can see the message this is already in use. So in this way our complete flow will work and you can integrate Firebase authentication in your application. So if you have learned something from this video, hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye.